Hi guys, Valentina here with Wisdom of the Tea Leaves. And if this is your first time watching me, it's my morning ritual where I drink tea and I amuse myself with something wise, often coming from the tea leaves. In our case, this day, this is Good Earth, and the little tag has a wise saying. It says, "You were once wild here, don't let them tame you." Isadora Duncan. So yeah, she can say that. Look up Isadora Duncan. But all right, what does that mean to us? What can we do with this, and how can we sort of make it an interesting focus for the day? So the first place my mind goes to, for some reason, is the area of self-censorship. And we live in a society where it seems to be prevalent now that people claim various forms of disadvantage and expecting society to provide ramifications for such disadvantages. And yes, some people have legitimate issues, but a lot of people are just looking for confirmation bias, and they're only interested in hearing from others who are like them. And are not open to opposing ideas or ideas that are critical of their ideas or just any kind of variation. So they're sort of imposing their particular view on others and expecting everybody to line up and give them a safe space. So that's where my mind goes first. And so what that means is like those who disagree or have different experiences or interesting contributions to make will have to self-censor themselves because they don't want to be called names and be the subject of someone's anger or something like that. So that's kind of a bad place to be, really, when we cannot allow everyone to express themselves. We essentially miss out on the contributions everyone can make, and from the discourse that we can benefit. I mean, that's essentially the essence of classical liberalism, is that it's okay to be different, it's okay to have different opinions, and let's hash it out in discourse and figure something out, right? So that's the first place my mind went. Then another place my mind is going to is how we tend to conform to the expectations of our groups and peers. Then it becomes kind of important who we hang out with, because we'll slowly take resemblance of them. So that's for the purpose, we do that for the purpose of being accepted and having a network connection, having a body of friends, a body of people we can trust. And so we're willing to be malleable, so to speak. We're willing to maybe hush ourselves down, and in order to have a family. By that I don't mean just a blood family, but just a community. So groupthink is kind of a bad thing. And it's not just a bad thing in political science and in business. It's a bad thing in normal life as well, where we are often yielding to peer pressure and peer influences at the expense of who we really are and what we really stand for. So we get dragged down paths we may not want to go or are not too excited about. So that's the second place my mind went to. And then with that, being wild and don't letting people tame you. Another thing I'm thinking about is how, as we go through life, we we have some bad experiences that leave bad taste in our mouth. So we become once burned, twice shy, meaning we become more restricted. It's a self-imposed restriction. We're a little more careful. We are looking for more security, for more reassurance, for more safety. But that's at the expense of experiencing the richness and the fullness of life, because we're not available to it. We tend to be more cautious, and therefore denying ourselves what could be an enriching experience here and there. So we become less wild, and maybe it's life, maybe it's our community, maybe it's whatever it is that is nudging us in the direction of restriction, but we don't have to. We can preserve our curiosity, we can express it, and we can seek experiences that make us bigger people. Even if we make mistakes, everybody makes mistakes. Even the smartest people make mistakes, and some of them make pretty dumb mistakes, but you just don't let the mistakes define you. You just move on and learn from what you did and do it better next time, and keep growing. So it's kind of nice to feel the freedom, to feel the confidence to just be yourself. I'm gonna make a side note here. If you're an asshole, you have no right to be yourself. The world doesn't need assholery. Does not need it. So this is not a green card for jerks to be jerks. This is really meant for folks who care, folks who connect, folks who are genuinely normal, nice people to express themselves. And if you have other tendencies, you should be focusing on how to fix them so you are not causing harm to yourself and others. So anyway, that's my spiel for the day. Share this video if you find it interesting, or if you know someone who may benefit from it. And thank you for joining me this morning for my little tea ritual. And if you need to reach me or talk to me, ValentinaPetrovaConsulting.com. You can also leave me a comment at the bottom below the video, wherever you see it, social media, YouTube. Subscribe to my channel, and looking forward to see you again. Bye.